Well, good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hope everyone is having a wonderful evening. Yes, I am by my lonesome. Cindy is out of town for work, but she says hey to everybody. So, hope you all are having a wonderful evening. Uh, I was debating on whether to actually have this live because I know there's some event happening about right now that I'm sure a lot of people are interested in, which is the debate. But you know what? That could be some type of entertainment, but we're going to be here to entertain you, I hope also, or try to, anyways. But I want to thank everyone for coming in. Uh, and I hope that you are having a fantastic evening. And we're going to just go over some things and have some fun. And I don't know how long we'll go. We'll see, because I'm sure some people might want to watch the debate. I don't know. But thank you all for coming in. And again, hopefully you are having a wonderful evening. All right, well, let's check and see who is in the house. Not sure how many we're going to have tonight because of the debate, but let's go ahead and do this. We are here. Hey, Michael is first in the house. Welcome in, Michael. Glad you are here, and hopefully you are having a wonderful evening. And we've got Sea Lake Journeys is in the house. Chet, Robin, hoping that you guys are having a wonderful evening there in Florida. And we got Ross is in the house. Welcome in, Ross. Glad you are here. And we've got Clock Family Adventures. Mike, welcome in. Hopefully you are having a wonderful evening and everything is going well with everybody, you and your family. And make sure that you all answer the poll question, which is basically, do you get off of the cruise ship when you're in port? We've actually stayed on a couple times in some of the ports, especially ones that we've been in longer or have been in a few times. But do you? Yes, you stay on the you get off the ship at the port. Yes, you get off the ship because you're on the ship enough with all the sea days and everything. Or no, you just like to relax on the ship, which some people like to do that. And it looks like right now we've had 7 votes so far, and it's yes is leading with 57% and 43% no at this time. So there we go now. Uh, but anyways, if you could answer that poll, I greatly appreciate it. And Clock said that does both. Absolutely, we do too. Most of the time we get off, but there is sometimes that we do stay on the ship. This is more entertaining and has more substance. Well, that could be who, you just never know what's going to happen to those things. But thank you very much, Ross. Greatly appreciate that. And Clock says sometimes they call me a master debater. Well, I'm glad that you put the D part in there, Mike. Welcome in, Wilgie. Glad you are here, sir. Hopefully you are having a wonderful evening and everything is going well with you. And we've got Tom and Terry is in the house. Welcome in, Tom and Terry. Glad you are here. You already miss Cindy. Yes, I am sure that everyone is missing Cindy. I definitely am. But she will be back tomorrow night. But guess what? So excited because I got our patio done with the help of my father-in-law and our son Austin. Got the patio done. So I'm so happy, and it will be done and can enjoy it when she gets home tomorrow night. Hey, Kathy Mills, welcome in. Glad you are here. Excuse me. Glad you're here, and hopefully you are having a fantastic evening and everything's going well. And then we've got BX Journeys is in the house. New here, just found your channel. Well, thank you very much. And I saw you in Coach Cruz, I believe it was. Just saw you in there. So welcome in. Glad you're here. Hopefully you are having a wonderful evening. And the Bud Files is in the house. Welcome in, Bud Files. Hopefully you are doing well. We've got Marjorie's in the house. Welcome in, Marjorie. And hopefully you are having a wonderful evening. And Scott Smith is in the house. Welcome in, Scott. Glad you are here. Hopefully everything's going well with you. And we've got Gerald Hebert in the house. Welcome in, Gerald. I need to do a follow up with you, buddy, but welcome in. And hopefully you are having a wonderful evening. And just checking down with everybody to see. All right, looks like we made it down to the bottom. So, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, consider subscribing, and we would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Here's one item in cruise news, cruise area that I wanted to quick talk about that became a subject on John Hill's Facebook page. But that, and I'm really curious if you guys know this or not. But one thing to be aware of, especially when you are going out of the country to other ports on a cruise ship, or even if you're traveling, that's a lot of people like to wear camouflage, but you can't do that. And in some ports, it's actually illegal. And there are some people got in trouble in the Bahamas for doing that. And so one thing you want to make sure that you are not wearing camouflage, any type of military or anything like that when you're going into other countries. Some spots it's actually illegal to do that. So make sure when you're going into port and um, when you are packing that you do not pack those items. So just something to be aware of. One thing that you really probably want to do is make sure what the rules and laws are and everything when you are going to other countries to make sure that you're not packing stuff you're going to wear that they do not like or appreciate or actually don't allow. So 2 cents and there you go. Oh, and by the way, if you guys want to put down the countdowns of anything you're celebrating, whether it's getting on a cruise, taking any type of vacation, anniversaries, birthdays, anything, feel free to put them in the chat and we can celebrate all that with you, because I know that some people are getting ready to get on cruise ship. I know that there's quite a few people getting ready to get on one on Friday, which is exciting. But go ahead and put that down there. And Gerald says preparing for a hurricane tomorrow. Oh, yep. Our thoughts are with you guys. Uh, Hurricanes are not fun to go through. I've gone through one myself, but just be safe, hunker down, and don't go out there and stay out of the weather. And Tom and Terry have 9 days. The KMA. Yep, you are in that KMA area, but you guys are going to have a fantastic cruise. Can't wait to hear all about it. Cannot wait. Oh, Jeff says, Tom, your cruise has been canceled due to lack of interest. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know about that there, Chet. There's probably lots of interest in that. And BX Journey says Monday, Utopia of the Seas, 7 days left. That is awesome. So you are getting on the 16th, which Clock Family Adventures right here, they're doing a back-to-back group cruise. So they will be on the 16th with you. They're doing the 13th to the 16th and then 16th through the 20th. And so that is fantastic. Make sure you look up Mike, Ricky, we've got Destination Fun is going to be on there, and Embarkation Nation, and Warm Strong Events. There's a lot of people, and I'm going to forget someone. So, but there are a lot of people that are going to be on that cruise. So you guys are going to have a great time. And Sea Lake Journey says 46 days until they get on their cruise ship. That is awesome. I believe that is a princess cruise. So you are going to have a great time. And Will G says 75 days till our Thanksgiving cruise. That is fantastic. We've never cruised on a Thanksgiving cruise. We have cruised on a Halloween cruise, and we've done a couple Halloween cruises, and then we've done a Christmas cruise. We have not done Thanksgiving yet, but that's something that we do. That is something that we do want to do. And yep, clock says that they will be on that ship with you, so make sure you check them out. And what songs are you and O2O wants to be with us? Yeah, we would love to be able to go on that cruise. Unfortunately, we are not going to be able to. But you guys are going to have a fantastic time, I am sure. And I cannot wait till all of us get on another cruise ship together. Let's see here. Just checking down. Hey, we've got Sherry is in the house, maybe with Danny. Welcome in. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. I believe, are you on a cruise ship right now? I know that you're getting on the Utopia this weekend, but I can't remember if you were doing one this last week also, because I know some other people are doing, like Bill is on one this week. But anyways, I didn't know if you were on one this week or not. Hey, Kenneth, welcome in. Kenneth Bird, welcome in. Hopefully you are having a fantastic evening and everything is good with you. Jet and Robin says, we have done Christmas cruise and New Year's cruise, doing Halloween this year. Yep, we have not. We also want to do a New Year's Eve cruise. I've heard so much about New Year's Eve cruises, and they are fantastic. So definitely we want to do a New Year's Eve cruise too. Definitely not a better way to bring in the new year than on a cruise ship. And we got Scott's in the house. Controversial Cruising, welcome in. Hopefully you are having a great evening. All right, I think I'm going to stop there for a minute, and we are going to talk about some things. In case you don't know, I don't know everyone in here, if everyone is a seasoned cruiser or not, but everyone on the last cruise we were on, there was people that was on the Jubilee that it was their very first cruise, and they did not know what was included in their cruise fare and what was additional money and everything. And sometimes ones that go cruising line, they take that for granted because they know what's included, but there's always new cruisers in there that you can always help out if they are curious. But I thought we would just touch on some of the things that are included, and then some things that are not included in your cruise, in case you didn't know. Obviously your accommodations are included in your cruise. And we like the balconies, but we've done everything except for suites. We've done ocean view, balcony, and interiors. Some people like interiors because they are less expensive. You do get to cruise more. We just love the balcony so much because we sit out on our balcony first thing in the morning and last thing at night. However, we are really getting into doing more group cruise type settings, and in those situations we don't use a balcony very often. Although on the Jubilee our balcony got used a lot, but we had one of those extended balconies on the side. It was huge, and we had a great time, but we did spend more time on that one. Even though it was a group cruise, we did spend a little bit more time on that one. Obviously your ocean transportation is included. Most of your meals on board are included. Not only do you have the main dining room, but you do have other dining options. We've been on NCL and Carnival Cruise Line so far. We're doing MSC next year, looking at booking Royal. But there are other options that are included on the cruise ships besides just the main dining room and the buffet. And some of those are cruise ship specific also, because some cruise ships have different restaurants on them. And so you do want to make sure that you are checking, and you can do that on the cruise line's website, what is included versus what is additional with specialty dining that we will talk about. Also, if you use a travel advisor, just if you use a travel advisor, part of our job is to advise you about the cruise ships and everything. It's really funny because Cindy and I actually had dinner with a gal and her husband who's getting ready to go on Princess. Next year, they're going next year on a Princess cruise ship to Alaska. And we didn't book them or anything, but we still sat down with them and was giving them a lot of advice. She had been on a cruise years ago. She was a teenager when she went on a cruise with her family, and he had never been on a cruise. So, we had a nice dinner with them and really gave them some advice and everything. And they went on and watched a lot of our videos on our YouTube channel on our Alaska cruise and everything. And so they really enjoyed that. But yeah, your travel advisor can definitely advise you on what is included on the ship that you are going to. Some of the beverages are on board now. On board are included. That would be especially in the buffet or in the main dining room. You've got glasses of water, lemonade, and some juices are included. Some cruise ships will have milk, and that would be included. Um, uh, Obviously, sodas, and then we'll be talking about that. Sodas and alcohol and stuff are not included. That is additional, but those are some of the things that are included. Um, uh, Most of the entertainment is included. There are some entertainment that may not be included. Different shows, different cruise lines may charge for some of the entertainment and some of the activities, like on Carnival with Bolt and things like that. That's an additional charge. But at the shows, most of those are included in your cruise fare. Sometimes we watched a show when we were on the NCL that we actually had to reserve, even though it was free and it was included. We still had to reserve a spot, had to do a reservation for it also. So that could also be a case. So you definitely want to check that out on your on the ship that you're going on, to make sure that if you need to make reservations and all that, you can find that either on the website or on the app. Numerous lounges within on a cruise ship have free entertainment. They're playing music, different types of music, whether it's country or rock, blues, all different sorts of stuff, and that is included. That is not an additional charge. Using the fitness center is not an additional charge. That is included in your cruise fare. You don't have to pay to go to the fitness center and work out, doing the gym, doing the treadmill or the weights or anything, or walking the track up on the upper decks. That is all included, and those do not cost anything. Obviously, the pools and hot tubs and water slides are included in your cruise fare. You do not have to pay for those. The youth programs, and the youth programs are for ages 2 to 17, and those are included in your cruise fare. Those do not cost an additional charge. Now, if you want to do some activities in the evening and you need to maybe have babysitting services, that would be an additional charge, but just being part of the youth programs themselves is not an additional charge. And on Carnival and on NCL, I believe on Royal also, they have soft serve ice cream that is included in your cruise fare. And I know that there are other things that are included. And if you guys, if I missed them, make sure you put in the content in the comments different things that you know that are included that you've experienced on the different cruise lines. So I'm going to check back in with the chat, and then we'll talk about some things that are not included in the cruise in your cruise fare. So let me go down and see if anyone else has come in, or if there is any comments in the section. And Sherry says, we were on a cruise last week. All right, that's right, it was last week. I sometimes get my days mixed up and my weeks mixed up. So that's right, you guys were on a cruise last week, and then you are going on the Utopia this Friday. And you guys are going to have a great time. Cindy and I really wish that we were going on that cruise. We just could not pull it off, unfortunately. We really wish that we were going on that cruise. It's going to be great. And Wilgie says this will be our first Thanksgiving, have cruise Halloween, Christmas, and New Year's. Awesome. It looks like you've pretty much made the rounds of all the holidays now. That is fantastic. We still need to do New Year's and Thanksgiving. And we've got Nautical Nurse Nancy is in the house. Welcome in, Nancy. And Nancy goes live right after our show. And so make sure you check her out. I'm actually trying to get our things. I haven't figured out how I'll do this yet, but so that it redirects to Nancy's right after our show, but I haven't got that set up yet. But make sure you check out Nautical Nurse Nancy. Her and her husband Anthony do a great show. Sometimes their daughter Hannah is in there, but they have a fantastic show. That is a great community. They are great supporters of ours. Their community are great supporters of ours, and I greatly appreciate all that you guys do. Nancy, thank you so much. And that she has a great show, so make sure you check her out for anyone that has not yet. And Nancy says, love getting onto the ship and then off the ship to explore, even if it's just to explore the port. Absolutely. Sometimes we do that too. Sometimes we don't do an excursion. We just get off and do, walk around, stuff like that. We when we were on the breakaway, we got off in St. Thomas, and we just did the gondola thing that went up the mountain there, and we went and ate at the restaurant up there and had drinks and stuff, and it was a fun time. But you got to be careful when you're doing things like those with Sea Lake Journeys, because Sea Lake Journeys and the Rabbit will lead you different ways, just saying, and will leave you down rabbit holes, and will lead you, they might lead you astray, they might make you late for an excursion. Don't just ask Charlie. No, we had a great time with Chet and Robin and everyone that was part of that group cruise, Tom and Terry, and I'm gonna forget people's names, and I apologize, forgetting everyone that was on there, but we had a great time. I have a list of them, I just don't have it in front of me, and forget. We had a great time on that cruise, and cannot wait to cruise with everybody again. And I'm hoping that we do get to do that. So we had such a great time on the breakaway with everyone. If you haven't sailed with NCL, you got to. And NCL has the coolest thing, which is the ice bar, the Sky Vodka ice bar. It is so much fun. Well worth it. It's I can't remember what the cost was. I think it was $25, $30 per person, $20 per person. I can't remember. But it was a blast. Well worth it. Fun time. Just make sure you're not wearing sandals and you're wearing closed toe shoes. Just saying. My feet were frozen, and so were Robin's. Shaking, shaking, shaking. It was so cold in there, but it was well worth it. So well worth it. Yes, Mike, sell that. Hey, I'm trying, Mike. Got to get that balcony, especially when you're going to Alaska. You got to get that balcony. But all of them are great. Um, if you want a really dark room, that interior is something great. But it Uh, but we love our balconies. We really do. And Nancy says, love the balcony, but agrees sometimes for group cruises, it's okay to be in an interior. It really is, or even an ocean view. Um, we would probably do an ocean view, look at ocean view more. We still want to be able to see out. We still like the sun coming in and stuff like that. But we did enjoy. We've done the interior once or twice, and we did enjoy ourselves. But we almost missed a couple excursions too because it's so dark, and we uh, almost overslept. So that is one of the things. But you definitely do get a lot of nice rest when you are in an interior. And Sherry says the Halloween cruise last year, we were never in our room to use the balcony. Absolutely. And that's what we found like when we were for both the booze cruise, especially the booze cruise last year at Halloween, and then um, the on the breakaway, we weren't on our balcony very often at all. Did not use our balcony very often because when we got up, we were ready to go, and so yeah, don't always use that. So, but you know, we enjoy it, and when we get a chance, we sit out on it. But yeah, sometimes with a group cruise, when you're going so much, you just don't. Uh, and then BX Journey says Alaska, you need a balcony. Am I absolutely? And when we did our Alaska cruise, we had a balcony, and we actually had times when we got to see orcas right outside of our balcony and things like that. So, and you get to see things when you're just in your cabin, you want to relax, you can sit on your balcony, you're still going to be able to see wildlife and different things like that. So I definitely think when you are in um, going to Alaska, you definitely need the balcony. Absolutely. And what's Clock saying here? Sodas are included in Disney. Yes, they are. Absolutely. Just think of it as a $5,000 drink package to make the price of Disney better. Yes, Disney is an expensive cruise, but they do throw in the soda, so that's a good thing. But but yeah, that's one thing I like about NCL's group cruises is you get those drink packages and just have to pay the gratuities on them and dining and stuff. That's one reason why I really like NCL group department and doing group cruises with NCL. And then another nurse, I even like to use the saunas. They are often included in carnival ships, and think most people don't know that. That is true, Nancy. Thank you so much for bringing that up. That's right. The saunas are included on carnival ships. Now they're in the men's and women's uh, shower areas, I believe, and locker rooms and stuff. So you probably wouldn't be able to be in there with your significant other. Um, but absolutely, they are included, and that is a very good point. Hey, Uncle Dave, welcome in. Glad you were able to make it. Hoping that you are having a fantastic evening, sir. Uh, And then Nancy says, I love all the included views from the cruise. Absolutely. Those are definitely included, and you get them when you have a balcony too, or even an ocean view. But yeah, all the beautiful views that you get. Can't beat it. Cannot beat it. Um, let's see. And then BX Journey says, I've done New Year's and it is fun. I really want to do I really do want to do a New Year's cruise. That looks like so much fun, and we're gonna have to do one here one of these days real soon. Mike, we need to do a New Year's cruise. That sounds so much fun. We need everyone. Maybe we'll do a group cruise for a New Year's Eve cruise. That sounds like so much fun. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should do that. I think we might put something together. Let's see here. Just checking here. And we've got home is in the house. Well, welcome home. It says we got off the sky August 30th, 9-day cruise. Oh, that sounds like so much fun. Awesome. And then Sea Lake Journey says ice bar and wine tasting were awesome on NCL. Yes, they were. Now, these are items that are not included in your cruise, both the ice bar and the wine tasting, but it was so much fun. Um, it's definitely unique, but a lot of fun. As not Nancy says, the ice bar was definitely a unique experience. Those drinks were served literally on ice. They were. They were. I mean, everything in the ice bar is made out of ice. It was so cool. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Uh, and let's see. Uh, BX Journey says, love the ice bar. My cousin was wearing sandals and made a bet with a 19-year-old for $50. And we stood in the ice bar for an hour and her feet got blisters. Oh my goodness. Yeah. We were in there. Chet, remind me, I think we were only in there for like 15 minutes tops. Um, it was so cold. They would let they said, 20 minutes, but I think that we were only in there for for um for like 15 minutes. It was so cold, so cold. And Woody says you definitely have to set your alarm in the interior room. Yes, you do. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Nancy says that's the truth. Those interiors are dark and great for sleeping in. They really are. If you are looking at relaxing, not caring when you have to be anywhere, and just want to be able to sleep, they are fantastic. They really are. And Scott says nothing better than a sleep in an inside cabin. Absolutely. All right, Mike. Hey, buddy. Have a good night. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully, you have a wonderful evening. He's got to get up early in the morning, get back to work again. But here in just a day, you are going to be off and heading to Florida, getting ready for that Utopia, which is going to be fantastic cruise. And Nancy says the sauna on the XL class ships are shared. Very cool. That's all. We did not do the saunas on the Jubilee when we were on the Jubilee, so that is good to know. Thank you so much. Um, thank you so much for that info. Yeah, we left at 15 minutes because it was very, very chilly. It was more than just chilly. It was cold. It was so cold. All right, well let's quick to talk about some of the items that are not included in your cruise price, like specialty dinings, the steakhouse, Italian restaurants, on the NCL on the Breakaway. They had a French restaurant, the sushi restaurants, and some others that are not included. Those are an additional charge. They're specialty dining, but they are an additional charge. So those are some of the things that are not included. Your spa and salon services are not included. Those are an additional charge. Obviously, gambling, including playing bingo on the cruise ship, is not included in your cruise fare. You're going to be spending the moolah, and we've got some gamblers here in the chat too. But yeah, that is another thing that is not included. Obviously, the art auctions are not included, and anything that you buy in the gift shops and stuff like that are not included. The candy shop on Carnival, those items are not included. Obviously, your shore excursions, unless you're doing a river cruise, because like with Viking and that, they are included. But most ocean cruises, your shore excursions are not included, so those are going to be an additional charge. Also, the photographs. Now, it doesn't cost anything for the photographers to take your photos, so that's a good thing. However, to purchase them, so I would take all the all the different backgrounds that they have. I would take photos all of them if you want to, and then you can just pick and choose which photographs you want, and then those obviously would be a charge. For the kids playing in the video arcade, unless they have those are not included. I know that parents will purchase you can get these arcade packages, and then I know on NCL that's how we pay. We There was a kid in there that had one of those arcade packages and was showing us how to play the rabbit game and different things like that in the on the ship. So, but video arcade does cost money. It's not included. The internet, most times you're going to have to pay for your internet packages on the ship. Those are not included. Carnival did announce starting this week, I believe, for $80 a day, I believe it was, that you're going to be able to do up to 4 devices. It's always been just one device, but I believe it was now up to 4 devices on one internet package you would be able to purchase, which is really cool. I think that's a great thing. Ship transfers going to and from the airport are not included. Those are an additional charge. They range anywhere from 25 to $50 depending on which port you're at, which airport, and that different cruise lines charge a little bit different, but those are an additional charge. Laundry and dry cleaning services are not included in your cruise fare. That's an additional charge. Some ships have laundromats where you can do your own laundry if you want, or you can send out. That's one thing that we really liked about about being platinums with Carnival now is that we each get, what's it, 3 bags, I think it is 3 bags of laundry, each one of us, on a 7-day cruise. So that's very cool because we normally have our laundry done like a day or two before we get off. So we're, for the most part, most of our laundry is done and ready to be put away. So when we get home, instead of having to do a ton of laundry. So we really do enjoy that. Ship to shore telephone calls are not included in your cruise fare. So remember that if you're trying to call home, that is going to be a charge. So make sure you check to see what those are before you make those calls. Gratuities are not included in your base cruise fare. That is an additional charge that you can take care of, and I recommend that you do the prepaid gratuities because it's a little bit less expensive than if you wait till on the ship. They will charge you on the ship. Now, you can have them removed, but I don't recommend that because the workers, the crew work so hard. They work so hard that you definitely want to do those gratuities at all. But you can take care of them on the ship. You can bring cash and do gratuities that way also. But gratuities aren't not included. Your alcoholic beverages are not included. Those are going to be an additional charge. And non-alcoholic, like if you're going to do milkshakes, a lot of times those are going to be an additional charge. There may be some exceptions to that, but those would be an additional charge. Some juices, coffee, specialty coffees and stuff like that are not going to be included in your cruise fare. All right, now that that's all done, let's check and see if I've missed anything. And shrinkage, what are you talking about, Scott? I must have missed something there, because I don't think I talked anything about shrinkage, or did I? I don't know. Um, uh, Nancy says there's a dinner theater show on Broadway that's all on the Breakaway. That is also an additional cost. You are correct. There is. I remember seeing that. That is correct. That is an additional charge. Thank you for pointing that out too. Room service. Yes, room service is also used to be included, but now it's an upcharge. Most of the time it is. I know that there are some items that you can get like around breakfast time and stuff like that, but most of them are an additional charge. That is correct also. And bingo, deal or no deal is not included. Absolutely, bingo and deal or no deal, the cards that you get with those are not included uh, in your cruise fare. And see, Leisure says arcade was so much fun. Thanks to Bruce and Cindy, and of course the rabbit. Yes, the rabbit. It was that was so much fun though. It really was. Chet and Robin. It was fantastic. And yes, we love our platinum laundry perk. Yep, we do enjoy that. And Chet and Robin says, yep, they take advantage of the laundry also. Yep. That that is true. We love that service. And what did Marjorie say there? Says, love, am addicted to my rabbits. I can't wait to jump on the NCL. Yep, Marjorie will be going on the NCL Joy, which we do have some group cruises going on. If you are interested in going on a group cruise, we've got some booked right now. We've got some going on right now. I'll put that up there right there. We've got the NCL Encore going to Alaska, which is in connection with Helping Hands for Cruising, which is a great organization. We have the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise, which is also with the Helping Hands for Cruising on the NCL Joy. That's going to be on November 29th of 2025. And then we have the Carnival Horizon on the ABCGNU Group Cruise. That is April 11th of 2025, or no, 2026, April 11th of 2026. So if you're interested in jumping on any of these group cruises, get a hold of me. And we can get you on. We've got some great rates still going, and there is how you get a hold of us. You can get a hold of me at Bruce at oceanoceantravel.com, and we can get you on one of those group cruises. They are going to be great. And Holmes says, I love the free at sea drinks we got on the Norwegian Sky. Yes, that it's a great option that NCL does, with that also doing the free at sea, where you're just doing the gratuities and everything. It is fantastic. All right. Well, I do have another question, and we have about 16 minutes, and we might pop off here a couple minutes early so y'all can go catch some of the debate if you want. But and this is probably a controversial question to ask, but I'm going to ask it. No throwing insults at anybody, people. But do you have a favorite cruise line, or are you loyal to a certain cruise line? We I wouldn't say that we were loyal to Carnival. When we started cruising, we started with Carnival, and Cindy wanted to branch out a lot earlier. I wanted to wait till we at least hit platinum with Carnival to to have that status with just one cruise line. So I asked her to wait. So we did. As soon as we hit platinum, we started booking others. Or when we knew that the platinum cruise was coming up, then we went ahead and started booking other cruises. And now we've been on NCL. We're going on more NCL. We're going on more Carnival. We've got another Carnival next year that we're going to be going on the Carnival Elation. Uh, and then we are going on MSC's World American next year on its inaugural cruise. We cannot wait for that one. And then we are looking at booking Royal. We've talked about booking Virgin. We're looking at booking some river cruises and stuff like that. So we are not loyal to any cruise line, nor will we be. We're going to do them all, and we're going to sell them all. And so far, we've loved them all, and I'm sure we're going to love them all the ones that we do. So we are not loyal to any one cruise line, and we're not going to be. We're going to do them all. They all have positives and negatives. There's not one that's a perfect cruise line. There's not one that does not have issues. They're all great. And being on a cruise is great. So, but my question to y'all is, do you have a favorite that you like to do? Are you loyal to one, or do you want to, or are you going to be loyal to just one? And I know there are some that are loyal to Carnival and they'll only cruise Carnival. I have some friends that are that way. They'll only cruise Carnival. I know there's people that are loyal to Royal and will only cruise Royal Caribbean. There are people that are loyal to NCL, and NCLs are their favorite cruise line. That's all they'll do. So I'm just curious, are you guys loyal to anyone cruise line? And Nancy says the loyalty program is definitely a great perk for certain cruise lines. It really is. And that's one reason why people become loyal, because they're trying to get those loyalty points and trying to build up that loyalty to get those other perks. And so I understand that. But and they are great perks, and we're going to build up to, I'm sure we'll get loyalty points with NCL and MSC and Royal. We know people that are Diamond are going to be Diamond and stuff with Royal. We know people that are Diamond with Carnival. I was just looking with the cruise we got. I mean, we still might hit Diamond someday, but I'm not going to cruise just to hit those. We're really trying to focus on the experience and not all about the loyalty program, but they have some great loyalty programs. Absolutely. Let's see. And Sea Lake Journey says April 11, 2026 on Carnival Horizon. We'll be there. Yes, they will. And so will TNT Adventures to Sea. So it's exciting. And Clock Family Adventures and See Me Traveling and the Moonlight Adventures. And we've got others that are going to be on that ship. So it is going to be that is going to be a great cruise. Get a hold of me and we can get you on that cruise. You need to get a hold of myself, Mike with Clock Family Adventures, Ross with Orange Cone Vlog. We're all partnered up together. And you can also get a hold of Felicia with SCT Adventures to get on that group cruise. So make sure you get a hold of us. Absolutely. And Chet says, we have been on 6 different cruise lines. Princess is our favorite. Yeah, that's awesome. But you do branch out and you do them all. Princess is a great cruise line, and we are going to be trying Princess. There's a few that we want to do. That's another one we are going to get out there. Absolutely. Let's see here. And BX Jimmy says, I hate to do this, but I get up at 4 a.m. for work. The question is difficult. Not loyal to a cruise line, but I love NCL and Royal. Absolutely. And thank you for coming in. Have a good night. 4 a.m. comes early, so get some good rest. But thank you so much for joining. We hope that you enjoyed the show, and hopefully you'll be back next week. My wife will be back here next week, and it's always a lot more entertaining when she's here. She is fantastic. So hopefully you guys will come back next week also. But thank you so much. Love Royal and love NCL. Absolutely. We really enjoyed NCL. We really did. And I haven't been on a bad cruise ship. Carnival, NCL, and the ones we're being next year, I'm sure, I mean, they all have their issues. I'm sure there's things they can change, but it's also, how you try and make it too. So absolutely. And then Marjorie says, I am loyal to Norwegian only for the solo cabins. That's another thing that NCL does well, is the solo cabins. And I wish the other cruise lines would focus more on that. And what's really cool is the NCL Joy going in dry dock. They're actually doing balconies and ocean views as solo cabins also, not just their solo cabin area. So I think that's very, very cool also. So, and Nancy says, we like all lines. They all have great reasons to sell each line. Absolutely. Absolutely. They all are great. And they all have issues. Like I said, there's not a perfect one, but I think that they all do a good job, and they all have things that they could improve on. But it is fantastic. Will G says, I'm loyal to a good deal. Absolutely. And other people are like that too. They're not really care what cruise line they're getting on. They want that great deal. And there are some great deals out there. Absolutely. There, cruise lines put out some great deals. Not as much as they were doing a couple years ago, but still, you can still find the deals. Absolutely. And Sea Leg says, I love all cruises. There are no bad ones. Absolutely. They are all great. Have a good night, BX. And again, thank you so much for coming in. We hope to see you again next week. Yeah, they are. I don't think that there's a bad one out there. I think that they all have good things, they all have bad things, and they all could improve on things. But absolutely, and we've never had a bad experience so far. I'm thankful for that. Holmes says, we are looking for our second cruise. We don't know which one to take. Well, get a hold of me. Maybe we could help direct you. There's lots of options out there. So yeah, get a hold of me, and we can help you out. Uh, and Marjorie says, my goal is to get a free cruise with NCL as a loyalty perk. Well, that is a great, great goal. And just says, come with us next month for the Mexican Riviera and Halloween. Cindy and I were looking at that and trying to figure out if we're going to be able to pull it off. We just can't. And it's more with Cindy getting time off from work. That's the biggest issue. But we are definitely cannot wait to get, hopefully we get on a ship before the horizon, but at least we got the horizon. But that's going to be a great cruise. We love the Mexican Riviera. We've done the Mexican Riviera twice, and we love that itinerary. We really do. All right, and we'll be back next week. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night. And then Nancy says, agreed, the value draws us to various lines. Absolutely. We're always looking for that great deal. And we will be, we'll book that if it's a great deal. And there are some great ones out there. NCL has great ones. Royal has some great itineraries and great deals sometimes. Carnival always has great deals, especially with their casino deals, but they always have great deals. MSC has great deals. So yeah, they, going for that deal thing is definitely a plus. Tell Cindy to have her boss call me and I can make it up. You know what, Chet? I am sure that you could make that happen. Um, but yeah, unfortunately, we can't make that one happen. But we will definitely be getting on another cruise ship with you. Absolutely. All right, everybody. Well, I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. I know they have the debate going on, so the numbers were a little bit low tonight, but that's okay. I still wanted to do this, and I wasn't planning on watching the debate anyways because I just think it's a bunch of crazy stuff and no politics on this cruise on this channel. No politics. We don't talk about that kind of stuff. So it's all good. It's gonna be but go catch some of the debate if you want to. Thank you so much for everyone for joining us again. Cindy will be here next week, so or I hope she will. Anyways, who knows? She always gets these last minute calls with her work and she can't get out. But I'm hoping that she will be here next week. Everyone, make sure you go over right now. Check out Nautical Nurse Nancy. Let her know we sent you her way by putting in her chat 020 raid. We greatly appreciate it. She is a great supporter of this channel and this community. So let's make sure we go over there and support her channel and her community. Thank you so much for everyone for coming in. We greatly appreciate it. And until next time, everybody, happy travels. We will see you out there. Have a good night.